Living with Grace, Psychological Lessons from Julia Roberts' Smile. What if a smile could teach us about resilience, self-awareness, and the pursuit of meaning? Julia Roberts, celebrated for her captivating performances and one of the most iconic smiles in Hollywood, is more than a movie star. She represents a psychological case study in emotional intelligence, media boundary setting, and the quiet strength of authenticity. She rose to global fame in the 1990s with Pretty Woman, redefining the romantic heroine as confident, emotionally complex, and genuinely human. But beyond her performances, there's something about her that continues to captivate the public, something rooted not only in cinema, but in psychology. Psychologist Daniel Goleman defines emotional intelligence as the ability to recognize, understand, and manage our own emotions, and those of others. Julia Roberts exemplifies this both on and off screen. Her Oscar-winning performance in Erin Brockovich wasn't just powerful, it was emotionally articulate. Her characters exhibit self-awareness, empathy, and regulation, the core of Goleman's theory. These qualities aren't only dramatic tools, they are what give her performances lasting emotional resonance. Positive psychology and the pursuit of meaning. But her life choices also reflect deeper psychological principles. In the realm of positive psychology, developed by Martin Seligman, lasting happiness is built not just on pleasure, but on engagement and meaning. Roberts' life aligns with this model. After reaching stardom, she stepped back from constant visibility and chose projects that aligned with her values. She devoted time to her family, contributed to humanitarian efforts through UNICEF, and refused to equate success with exposure. Her story supports the idea that true happiness is purposeful, not performative. Her career evolution reflects a shift from fame for fame's sake to a deeper sense of personal fulfillment, something that resonates with Seligman's concept of authentic happiness. Media psychology and personal boundaries. There's also a deeper lesson in how she handles fame. Consider media psychology and the concept of self-presentation. Irving Goffman's theory suggests that we all perform differently in public, front stage, than we do in private, backstage. Roberts is one of the rare celebrities who draws a clear line between the two. She avoids oversharing. She rarely appears in tabloids. She controls her narrative, not through constant visibility, but through intentional privacy. This is known in psychological research as boundary setting, or more specifically, intentional withdrawal, a way of maintaining psychological autonomy. This isn't evasion. It's emotional strategy, a form of self-preservation in a culture of constant exposure. Maslow's idea of self-actualization. Roberts also shows us what it means to mature gracefully in the public eye. Her journey reflects Abraham Maslow's concept of self-actualization, the process of realizing one's full potential through creativity and growth. As she aged, she moved away from the romantic comedy roles that made her famous and toward characters with greater emotional complexity. She took on work that resonated with her personal evolution, choosing roles in films like Eat, Pray, Love, August, Osage County, and Ben is Back. She also resists Hollywood's narrow standards of beauty and youth, aging on her own terms. This quiet defiance is a kind of feminine agency, the right to define oneself without conforming to public expectation. In Maslow's hierarchy, this is the pinnacle, living a life of alignment, not just achievement. The psychological power of a smile. And then there's the smile. Julia Roberts' smile is more than a facial expression. It's a Duchenne smile. One that activates both the mouth and the eyes. Research in social psychology shows that Duchenne smiles are perceived as more genuine, trustworthy, and emotionally engaging. Studies have linked these kinds of smiles to reduced stress, improved interpersonal connections, and even greater physical health. Her smile isn't just beautiful, it's authentic. It's the product of choices rooted in balance, not burnout. It disarms, it uplifts, and perhaps most importantly, it reflects the kind of psychological wellness that can't be faked. Conclusion: living with grace. So what can we learn from Julia Roberts? That emotional intelligence builds authentic relationships. That happiness comes from meaning, not attention. That setting boundaries isn't hiding, it's a form of strength. And that self-actualization isn't about being perfect, but about being real. Her smile, the one we've seen for decades, isn't just a Hollywood trademark. It's a symbol of quiet resilience, deep self-awareness, and the courage to choose grace in a world that often rewards noise. To live like Julia Roberts is not to perform joy, but to protect it. And in doing so, she shows us that in an age of spectacle, authenticity may be the most powerful smile of all.